All right, this video may be triggering for some people. So if it triggers you at any point, just know it's not your fault that you are being triggered. You're being triggered because you have been programmed to be triggered in this way. Okay? I just want to set it off top. With that said, who told you that you're not better? Who said that? You're not better than the next person, or you're not more important than the next person, right? You're not better than anybody. Yet people walk around daily trying to do things to feel better than the next person. Who told you that you're not better? Let me let you in on the secret. You cannot live in a capitalistic society without being better. You cannot be a winner and not be better or the best. Definition of better is more efficient, more effective, type or quality. Excellence, to surpass, superior in ability, to improve an existent or previous level of achievement. Better. This society is ran by innovation, and the very premise of innovation is betterment, to be better, to evolve, to be the best. Your ability to create wealth or to make a name for yourself in this society is dependent on your ability to be better than the next person or to be the best. The question is, who told you that? Who taught you that you're not better than anybody else? I bet you the person who taught you that had low self-esteem themselves, or they said it out of fear, and they said that to you to deter you from suppressing and oppressing other people after acknowledging or coming into the knowledge that you are actually better or more important than the next person. Because that same person that taught you that will end up getting into some type of medical situation. Well, let's just say they develop cancer, right? Will be the same person going to look for the best medical care. They will want the best doctors. And in order to be the best, that means you have to be better than the next person. What is the best medical care? The best medical care is administered by the best medical professionals. That means they're better than some people. See, this is the reason why you can't go into a job interview and land that job. You have a problem with being better. A job interview is literally you walking through those doors and telling them why you are better than everybody else sitting out there in that room waiting to get an interview as well. This ideal that has been implanted into your brain has you having an internal conflict, an internal war with yourself. You're fighting with the ideal that you're not supposed to be better. You want to be better. So you find other ways to validate your betterness. This ideal has pacified you into mediocrity. You now do not strive to be any better because somebody told you you weren't better than the next person. Oh, you're not better. You're not better than anybody. Or this ideal of importance, okay? Oh, you're not more important than the next person. In any given context, the person who has the most positive effect on the most amount of people is, in fact, more important. Let's look at the definition of importance, right? The definition of importance is great significance value, likely to have a profound effect on success, survival, or well-being, having high rank or high status, significantly original and influential. In society, there are people who have demonstrated their importance. And there are people that are more important than the next person. If that were not true, there would not be a hierarchy. In your family, the person who the most people depend upon for survival is the most important person in that family. Teachers and parents have access to the minds of the individuals that will be citizens in the future. So if you're telling me that these people that are molding our future are not more important, I don't know what to say. And if I'm not mistaken, I think COVID showed us all who was essential or more important to society, to the sustainability of life at that time, if I'm not mistaken. So this ideal that has been implanted in your mind that you are not important than anybody else has got you operating at a level that does not fully allow you to understand how important you are and your position, where you are. And so you are not functioning at the highest level that you need to function at because you've been told you're not that important or you're not important than anybody else. And then you have some religious people saying, well, Jesus talked about being humble. Yeah, to God. God, the Most High. Of course you're supposed to be humble to God. Talks about not doing things out of selfishness. It talks about not doing things out of vain conceit. And these are very important qualities for leaders because leaders are there to serve the people. But that does not deter from the fact that they are the most important person in that collective, because without that head, the sheep would be lost. Let me tell you what the definition of humble is. It's having or showing a modest or low esteem of one's own importance or low social, administrative, or political rank, right? Lower in dignity or importance. That is the definition of humble. There is hierarchy. There is a level of importance to position and people. This is how structure and order is created and maintained. So above, so below. There is a hierarchy in the spiritual realm. Like I said, whoever told you this had low self-esteem themselves. What they should have been telling you and what they meant to teach you is everybody has equal rights. Nobody's rights are more important than the next person's rights. Everybody is a sovereign being with free will who should not impose on the will of the next person, is what they should have told you. Not that you're not better or that you're not more important. Because like I said, there is a hierarchy in both the spiritual and the physical realm, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. What they should have been telling you is that just because you're important or just because you're better doesn't mean that you get to suppress and oppress other people. You've accepted this ideal that you're not more important than the next person. So you've got to do things to try and make yourself still feel important on the slide, right? So when you run out, you run to the club or you run to an event, you want to snatch up the VIP section, right? What does VIP stand for? Very important people, right? Because you got to find some other type of validation to make yourself feel important, because you know you're supposed to be important somehow, but you're allowing this ideal that somebody implanted in your head to make you have an internal war with yourself. Whether you want to accept it or not, there are people that have positions in this society that are just more important than the next person. There are people who have actually demonstrated their importance in society. These are the people that are saving the planet. These are the people that are finding new ways for you to do things that are essential to your everyday life in a better way. These are people who have to have their lives protected, because if they were to perish or to transcend this plane too early, we would lose the benefit of their contribution to society. This misinformation, this ideal has literally affected every aspect of your life. In your romantic relationships, you can't even identify people that are better, because you have been given the ideal that everybody is the same and nobody's better than the next person. So you can't even identify what's actually best. And so you keep picking trash, wasting your time and ruining your life. Your personal life, you can't even give the people who support you the just due or the acknowledgement that they deserve, because you have been tricked into thinking that nobody is more important than the next person. All the while, the people that are helping you keep your life afloat, the people that are actually more important to your survival and your existence and your mental and physical well-being, are being overlooked. They're being made to feel unappreciated because you have been given the ideal that no one is more important than the next person. Your hesitation or your inability to deem something or someone or people as important as they are is the reason why we cannot put our focus and our energy in the right places in order to move ahead as a society, to evolve as a society. Your need to make everybody low or to put everybody on the same plane is what is actually holding up the progress here. So if your ego has got you wanting to believe that no one is better than the next person, or no one is more important than the next person, you have a wound, and it's called toxic humility, low self-esteem. I talk about this in this course. It's called Identifying Repetitive Toxic Cycles. And this is one of those cycles that will have you looping in mediocrity. This is one of those cycles that will have you underperforming because you think that you're not even supposed to be better. You think that you're not important given the context of your reality and of your position in life. If this is something you're struggling with, you need to go ahead and sign up for the course. Go to www.GodstyleBilal.com, click the link in the bio or the description box below, and sign up for the Identifying Toxic Repetitive Cycles course. You need to take that course so you can get over this. So instead of continuing this narrative that somebody gave you that had low self-esteem, telling you that you're not better than anybody else, that you're not more important than anybody else, and the ideal that you have adopted in order to soothe your ego, because you know on the inside that you are better, you know that you are more important somehow. So instead of continuing this narrative that's got you operating out of mediocrity and has got you subconsciously tearing other people down so that you can feel better, go and find what it is that makes you important. Go and do the thing that's going to make you better. Build your self-esteem. Go out and do something that's important so that you can feel important. Go out and improve upon yourself so that you can be better. So you can actually be better, because everybody is better at something and everybody is more important in a particular context. And if we're talking generally speaking, there are people who are just better human beings than other people. If that were not true, given two people in comparison, you wouldn't choose to trust your life with one person over the next. If given two different people and I get to pick, and you know what types of people I'm a pick two people in two complete different contrasts of being, and I give you two choices, you're going to pick one person over the other to trust your life with. That means in your eyes, they are better. But the way you're going about it and believing this idea that you're not better than the next person, or that you're not more important than the next person, is just going to continue to feed the mediocrity. It's going to continue to feed your low self-esteem. I hope that this helped you. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe and follow for more. And don't forget to click the link in the bio or the description box below, www.GodstyleBilal.com, in order to leave me a gift or a tip. This is some tough love, okay? I know this probably triggered a lot of people, but you need to be triggered. You need to be triggered into doing something that's actually going to be beneficial for you, for who you are, for your spirit, for your soul, for your mind, and for your emotional body. I love you. Mwah.